Good day, ma'am. I am Daisy Monpon, BTBT FSM 3A student, and this time I'll be having my video presentation about the timeline or the evolution and generation of computers. So the history of computers can actually be traced up 200 years ago. It was first theorized by many mathematicians, scientists, and entrepreneurs during 19th century, and when 20th century began, the advancement of computers also begins to become more and more complex up to the present. During 19th century, there are some evolutions of computers discovered by these people, and these are the following. The first one we have in 1801, Joseph Marie Jacquard invents looms that uses punch wooden cards to automatically weave wooden fabrics. In 1821, Charles Babbage conceives a steam-driven calculating machine that would be able to compute tables and numbers. In 1953, Swedish inventor Per George Schutz and his son Edvard designed the world's first printing calculator. In 1890, Hermann Hollerith designs a punch card system to help calculate the 1890 US Census. In the 20th century, the invention and evolution of computers continued to grow rapidly. A differential analyzer, C3 machine, Tanasov, Berry computer, ABC, ENIAC or electronic numerical integrator and calculator, UNIVAC, transistor, EDSAC, COBOL, prototype modern computer, Unix, ITEL 1103, the first dynamic access memory, floppy disk, the development of Ethernet, the invention of Apple I, II, and the Apple Lisa, Apple Macintosh, the development of Google search engine in 1996, and the Wi-Fi or wireless fidelity. In the 21st century, the evolution of computers get more advanced and high-tech computers comes. This includes the following. So we have the Mac OS X in 2001, AMD's Athlon 64 in 2003, Mozilla Firefox in 2004, the MacBook Pro of Apple in 2006. In the year of 2009, the Microsoft launches the Windows 7 on July 22 that same year. The iPad, Apple's flagship in 2010, Apple Watch in 2015. So this time let's get to know the generation of computers. So there are 5 generations of computers. The first one is vacuum tube, based during 1940s to 1950s. So for example are ENIAC, UNIVAC, and IBM. The second generation is the transistor based during 1950s to 1960s, wherein this gradually improves the speed of the invented computers. The third one is integrated circuit based during 1960s to 1970s, wherein in this generation computers become more reliant to the electricity. The fourth one is generation that we are in right now, aging from 1970s to present, wherein computers becomes more electronic based with thousands of transistors. And the last one is what we called artificial intelligence based from the present to future with millions of transistors and quicken up speed. Now let's proceed with the evolution of computers. So from 1930s until today, the computer has changed dramatically. The first modern computer was created in 1930s and was called Z1, so which was followed by a large machinery that took up entire rooms. The 1930s marked the beginning of calculating machines, which were considered the first programmable computer. In 1940s, the computer took up entire rooms like the ENIAC, which was once called a mathematical robot, which was created by John Mauchly during World War II to help the army with ballistic analytics. Up until 1965, computers were reserved for mathematicians and engineers in a lab setting. In 1970s, the Xerox Alto was created as a personal computer that could print documents and send emails. In In 1980s, Apple Macintosh was described as game changer for the computer industry. It was introduced by Steve Jobs. Consumer Reports called it a dazzling display of technical wizardry. After Steve Jobs returned to Apple in 1997, the iMac G3 was launched in 1998. The computer became quickly known for its Bondi blue clear casing. The 38-pound iMac included USB ports, a keyboard, and a mouse. In the early 2000s, laptops became increasingly popular, especially after Apple launched its MacBook Air in 2008. Steve Jobs slid the first MacBook Air from Manila envelope and shocked the audience at Apple's Macworld with how thin the laptop was. It was only 0.76-inch thick. Today's most innovative computers are tablets and cell phones, which are simply touchscreens without a keyboard or a mouse. So those are the 5 generations of computers, the evolution of computers, and at the same time the timeline of computers. So here are my references. That ends my video presentation, and thank you for watching.